Tips for applying to CFI gigs. Ooh, this is a good one. I got a good tip. Is John McGee still in the room, or did you split? All right. Well, I'm going to answer the question even though he's not here. Yeah. So CFI. So this applies, like the technical prep applies to all companies. Okay. When it comes to the CFI job, the problem with all of the things you just listed is margins, profit margins. That's the problem. They're low. Profit margins are low. Flight schools are usually at a loss or 3%. They're thriving right now because of this hiring boom that Alex disagrees exists. But there's a lot of people out there training. There's a lot of people out there training for this not boom, right? This flight schools are packed and nobody can get out because you're stuck in the CFI seat until it does, until things happen and things start moving again. I got internal emails from my company said 2026 they're going to start hiring again. That's what I got so far. Meanwhile, on the other side of their mouth, they're releasing early retirements because we're overstaffed. Like that's really happening. Okay, so what that tells me is it's going to accentuate the curve on the wave when it finally peaks back up again. But your question is how do I get into the CFI gigs? Well, the answer is not by sending out resumes and not following up and not calling. You got to go to the flight school. These places are small. Like there's a guy like you and me in getting emails, getting 15,000 emails with resumes. We can't even read them all. There's no way. There's no time. And we don't have the margin to buy software that screens things like the airline does. It's too hard. You got to show up. You got to go in person, which happens to be the secret to getting into the airlines. It's the same thing. It's the same process. You go to the hiring events. They have these minority group hiring nonprofits. And then there's a job fair attached to it where you can sit and talk to recruiters face to face. And we can get a feel if you're a culture fit, and then we can move your resume to the top of a pile legally because we can score more points on that application. It's a point scoring system. Hours get you stuff, certificates get you points, degrees get you points. Showing up in person to a career field gets you the same amount of points of having a bachelor's degree. It's a scoring system. You have to show up in person. You have to say, hey, I emailed you, Flight School XYZ. Knock on their door. Shoot them an email first. If they don't respond, show up anyway. And you say, I applied to you 2 or 3 times. I live 30 minutes away. I want to teach here. I have my CFI, double I, whatever. And here's my resume. Can I talk to somebody in charge of hiring and firing? And they'll say, no, come back tomorrow, or come back later, come back at 4, come back at whatever. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, they say, yeah, the chief pilot's available right now. And you show up and you sit in there if you think you're ready for the interview. And you go in there. You'll say, okay, cool, we got you. There's a long line of people. We really want to hire internals first. Or maybe they say we only hire internals. Maybe that's the case. Well, now you have to become an internal. There's always a course to buy. You could do a refresher course. You could do a flight review. You become an internal person. I just told a guy the other day to show up and offer volunteer work. He's like, I gotta work here. I don't want to move. I got my family, just had a kid. Don't want to move. Can't move. Okay, you got 3 flight schools. Show up and start volunteering. Say, I know you're not hiring. I'm sweeping the floors. This is old school. I'm gonna sweep the floors until you are hiring. And by the way, my CFI is current. Everything's current. I'm gonna pay for a flight with you guys every 90 days to make sure I keep my recency. And who do you think they're gonna call when they need someone? The first person that's in front of them. They're calling you. That might take a month, 2 months, 6 months, but it will happen. Think of the expense in moving and relocating. Buying a house right now. It's a lot. Apartments. That's a lot. Like, when you do this, your decisions, do a cost-benefit analysis on the entire process. Don't just say, well, this guy pays $32 an hour, this guy pays $25 an hour, this guy pays $15. The $15 might net you like 10 grand more at the end of the year by going to the other guy, like just because you don't have to do all the other stuff. Factor all that in. I wish somebody had told me that. Because I'm back and forth across the country chasing hours. I ended up buying an RV, living in that. That was a good solution for a little while, like 5 years in a camper. But so